Good morning, guys, and welcome to a ramble that I have set up here. It wouldn't be too long, and there's nothing going to be on screen, so you can always alt tab, just listen. No need to look at the video. Just a couple topics I want to talk about, and mainly centered right now around magic and runes. So first things first is the rune crafting skill. With the latest minigame, it makes rune crafting like super fun because you're playing the minigame and you're in it for the points, for the efficiency of it, the runes, and the rune crafting XP is secondary, which makes it like very enjoyable. Like there's no other rune crafting method that I would probably do that is like that, because any other rune crafting method that is out there is all about the experience and not really about the runes. The outfit that came out, I'm gonna work towards it. It gives that extra 60% runes, is actually super great for Iron Man, and the idea of just crafting your own runes and not just buying your runes at the rune, like any rune shop. So which is freaking amazing. And so off of that, here's a few things or a few items that I wish should have come into game or will come into game. Maybe a prediction sort of deal. But before I get into that, let's talk about, here, look at my notes. Monsters that are weak to magic. So if you go on the wiki to, like, let's say an example, the Varrock Guard, right? He's gonna be weak to magic. I don't know if he is or not, but let's just say he is. He's weak to magic. So you can use all types of magic to kill him, right? So you would obviously do the higher damaging ones, like book. If you're on the base magic book, you want to use fire, the fire spells. And it leaves the earth, water, and air spells like obsolete. What Jagex can do is they can make monsters weak to specific elemental spells. So some monsters will be weak to fire, to earth, to water, or to air. And then you can combine the fire ones with like the blood ones, like from ancients, the water for blitz and stuff like that, shadow with air, maybe something like that. So it would kind of go connect to each other. And the reason why I bring this up is because I felt like Guardians of the Rift should have came out with the Tome of Air. There's already the Tome of Fire that is fairly useful in PKing and early game Iron Man, and then there's the Tome of Water that has essentially almost no use, really just for, like, I believe bursting using your offhand so you could save water runes, but it doesn't give the extra damage boost, I believe. So like here, the Tome of Water, when equipped, increases the spell's accuracy and damage by 20%. Like, but no one ever uses water spells, and it makes it pointless. So if they do that if they fix what monsters are weak to, that'll be a plus. So maybe you actually want to use water spells to defeat the monster that you are killing. And another big tip that would help for that specifically, since in the spellbook, actually Fire Surge is a lot stronger than Earth Surge, why not just have them scale to their highest tier? So the air surge, when you get to it, which is level 81, will do basically that damage, and will scale up to Fire Surge, which Fire Surge requires 98 magic to use. So it doesn't make Wind Surge any weaker or stronger than Fire Surge, and it will depend if you have the tome of that element. So if you want to do high damage to this specific monster that weak to Earth, you want to use Earth spells. So that's just an idea that's popped in my head that I don't think anyone else has talked about. And I believe I heard somewhere, I'm not sure if it's true or not, that they're going to come out with some sort of mining and smithing mini boss / mini game sort of thing. And that's like the perfect thing to come out with the Tome of Earth, because it's all about digging stuff out of the ground. You can have some lore behind it, like some mages are working with the dwarven miners and whatnot. So I don't know, I think it was a big miss that they didn't come out with the Tome of Air, but I digress. All right, let's talk a little bit about Slayer. So Slayer you have your, if you look on the rewards and stuff and you look at your certain tasks, you have your block tasks. I believe it's 5 of them, maybe 6. I don't have it up in front of me. That's perfectly fine. Then you can, when you have a task that you don't want, you can always cancel it. It will cost 30 Slayer points. That's not a problem. And then if you block a task, it'll cost 100 Slayer points. It's fine. And then you have the ability to unlock, or to unlock the stored task. So it would be, I believe that's 1,000 points to unlock the ability to, and more Slayer points to actually store that task. Now, what I'm suggesting is that maybe they add an ability to prefer a task, something that makes the weighting of that task more like higher. So let's say, for an example, you go to Neve, the highest weighted task you can get is the Tizar task at 10, I believe. So you can't really prefer that because it's at its max weighted level. But like, let's say you want to do Abyssal Demons, and I believe Abyssal Demons are at 9 or 8. So if you prefer it, like, it will cost a bunch of Slayer points to unlock the ability to prefer. The people who do Slayer will get the Slayer points to enjoy Slayer more. So if you really love doing Abyssal Demons, you can go ahead and prefer that task and then do it over and over again. And the last thing I have is more of a question than what I think. I'll say what I think on it, but how much RuneScape is too much RuneScape? I have a 9-to-5 job. I have other things I got to take care of. I have a dog that I spend time with, and I don't get to play too much during my work days. You know, I maybe an hour here, an hour there. Maybe I'll max out at 4 if I really want to be sweaty and ignore everything else. But on the weekends, I do tend to play a lot more if I have nothing planned. I could play a full 16 hours on the days off, but more likely than not, I'm doing something else, so my time is cut a lot. And then even then, I sometimes think I'm putting too much time into RuneScape. I don't know what's the reason behind that, but I just would like to know how much time people put into RuneScape, and if they have anything else they do outside of just playing RuneScape. RuneScape's a very fun game. I love it very much. And a lot of that time itself is just used on AFKing, stuff like this. When I'm on mobile, on the go, I like to fish a lot, so it's very AFK. But I am including that time into playing RuneScape. Like, is it too much to even go ahead and play on mobile when I have access to a computer? I don't know, it's just something I think about a lot. Sometimes I wish I played less RuneScape, but there are times where I wish I played even a lot more RuneScape than I currently am. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. It was just a quick ramble. News about the Iron Man I have coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, or listening really. Like, comment your feedback, anything about the topics I talk about. Subscribe, because I am going to be posting more again. Alright, that's it. I'm rambling on too much. Thank you very much. Short video, stuff about the Iron Man coming up soon. And goodbye.